Hi, my name is Glaze de França and this is Parkinson's 2. Today I'm here with Bob de Wit. Thank you so much for being here with us today. So can you tell us a little bit about where did you grow up and how was your life with your parents?
I grew up in the Okanagan in a little town called Sycamoose on a dairy farm. I would live there till I was 18. Loved it. It was it's in the mountains, so I did a lot of snowmobiling and motorbiking up in the mountains. Played all the sports that you can play through high school. And then I came to Vancouver to go to university at Simon Fraser. So that was in about the mid-'80s, and then did a degree in marketing, and then went to Alberta to work for the oil companies, and then came back and did a master's degree in economics, and then got involved as a tech entrepreneur, which I'm still involved with as a mentor and an investor. So that's been the last almost 40 years.
Wow. How was your youth? Can you take us back to the time when you were...
My youth.
Your youth.
My youth, well, growing up on a farm, there's a lot of work. So unlike kids who didn't grow up on a farm, I had to get up early in the morning, get up and work on the farm for a couple of hours, and then go to school. And then after school, come home and do some more chores. And then I had a big family. There was 4 brothers and a sister, and so my parents and I would all get together and have a big dinner and around the family table. And it was a really close family environment that I grew up in on the farm, and it was really a great way to grow up. I was the youngest brother though, so I got the trickle down of the older brothers, so I got picked on a little bit, but I survived.
Yay!
Yeah, I was probably in my early 40s. I was diagnosed when I was 46, and in my early 40s I had trouble sleeping, and I had a twitch in my left thumb, so which was the beginning of a tremor. And it took a few years until I saw a neurologist to get diagnosed. But so the first thing I noticed was the twitch, which I didn't think anything of. And then when I was exercising, I'd be running, and I'd drag my left foot, which was something I hadn't done before. And I thought that was my back. So I got all these things checked out, but I hadn't seen a neurologist yet. It was only when I saw a neurologist that he connected all the dots and diagnosed me. It was a bit of a shock at first. I was in denial for a couple of years. Tried to hide it from everybody, like I know that's a common story. But no, once I accepted the fact that I had it, my care improved, and my the condition improved as well. So coming to grips with it was probably the best thing that happened to me. Well, I take Cinemet, the carbidopa levodopa, which is what a lot of people take. It's synthetic levodopa, which provides dopamine in the brain, so it improves my symptoms quite a bit. And then exercise. I exercise as much as I can, because through exercise you can produce more natural dopamine. And so I exercise intensely every second day, including today actually, which with Parkinson's it can be a little challenging to do that. Often it kind of wipes me out, but on the non-exercise days I feel a lot better. I have fewer symptoms because of it.
How is for you to travel like long-haul flights these days?
Oh, yeah, I've traveled quite a lot through my work, and so I'm not crazy about long-haul travel. So it's not very easy. There's been a couple of occasions when I was doing business travel where I get off the plane and then I have trouble walking because of my symptoms would get thrown off because the time zone changes and the disruption to my medical or my medicine routine. So long-haul flying is not easy for me. Also, one of the things I swear by is hydration, and so the last thing you want to do is super hydrate and then be stuck on an airplane. It can be a bit of a hassle.
Yeah.
So I'm not crazy about long haul flying. The vacations that my family and I take now tend to be closer to home down the West Coast.
Which is beautiful.
Yes. Well, I'm lucky that so far it's been 9 years with the medication. I don't have a ton of side effects yet. My dyskinesias are fairly under control, but I do notice them about a half an hour after I take my medication, which is actually right now. I notice a twitch, like the dyskinesias kick in, which are not super uncomfortable, but they're noticeable. I figure it's probably the sign of more to come in the future, but we'll try to hold that off as long as possible. Dyskinesia is an uncontrollable movement. Most people recognize when you talk about Parkinson's, they know who Michael J. Fox is. And Michael J. Fox would do a lot of interviews where he'd roll his head. That's a dyskinesia. That's an uncontrollable movement that your body has because of long-term intake of levodopa, the synthetic medication that we take. So there really isn't a way. The only way to avoid it is to take less synthetic levodopa, but then if you take less, then you have more symptoms. So there's symptoms and side effects, and you want to try to balance the two. So right now my side effects are fairly minimal, which is hopefully I'm going to try to keep it that way by not overtaking my medication.
Right. Did you ever took over your medication? You took too much or too less, or? Yeah,
actually, and it wasn't a medication. It was a natural supplement called Mucuna pruriens, which is a natural source of levodopa. And I took way too much because I wasn't taking it under the care of a neurologist. I was taking it under the care of a naturopath who wasn't an expert in Parkinson's. So I was taking about 8 or 10 times as much as I should have been taking. And so I had pretty extreme dyskinesias. But the good news is that after I phased that out, the dyskinesias went away, which was lucky. Sorry, my dry mouth.
Yeah, no, go for it. Yeah, I remember last time we talked about this, right? Your experience that you had with a naturopath and the dosage the doses that you weren't really clear about.
Yeah. So the naturopaths and my story is the same as, or similar to other stories I've heard for others who've tried this. So what they recommend to you is they ask you to titrate by yourself. So take more basically you're trying to figure out what level of this Mucuna pruriens you should take to minimize your symptoms. But when you're starting out with Parkinson's, you don't really know what's possible, like what kind of symptom reduction is possible. So in my case, I wanted 0 symptoms, so I just kept on taking more. And unbeknownst to me, I didn't even notice the dyskinesias I was having. So it was quite pronounced. I actually did the job I had previously involved interviews on television, and did a national interview where I was rolling my head and uncomfortable, like doing all the classic dyskinesia movements. Which it was after that I actually came out and stopped keeping it a secret, because it was obviously not a secret anymore that I'd had Parkinson's.
So when you are having those episodes of dyskinesia, do you feel anything? Do you feel when it is about to happen, or is there?
Not those, not the really obvious. When you've got pretty extreme dyskinesias, you don't really notice it. When you have minimal ones like I have now, I can feel when they kick in. Like I can feel the turning of my wrist, that I want to roll my wrist. So I can kind of feel it, but it's not painful. I know other people who have dyskinesias, it can be painful. I haven't had that yet. Hopefully I won't have, but no, it's hard to notice mostly. Other people notice it more than I notice it. I think for me, the good part of Parkinson's is if there was a reason why I got it, which I hope there isn't, but for me, it has slowed life down. I think I was traveling through life way too quickly. I had a couple of busy jobs, and I needed to slow down both to center myself, but also to spend more time with my family. And now that I'm retired because of Parkinson's, I get to do those things. So that's the upside. And plus I get to meet great people like you and Richard and other people in the Parkinson's community.
Oh yes, of course. He's getting a commission for that. Do you have any family history of Parkinson's?
No.
No.
No. Of course, they can never really pin down exactly, unless you have genetically caused Parkinson's. In my case, it was probably herbicides, like weed killers, exposure through either on the farm or on the golf course where I golf quite a bit. So I suspect it was probably one of those two sources.
Are you on any sort of special diet right now?
Yeah, so protein interferes with the medication that I take. So I've been reducing the amount of meat protein, animal protein, which I love it, but it totally screws up my my medication. So, and also I fast more than I used to. So the medication works best on an empty stomach. So on a typical day, I'll eat minimally up until about 2 o'clock, because by that time I've had 3 of my 5 doses of medication for the day, and I've gotten the optimal effect of them. And then I eat a little more in the afternoon, and then if I have protein, it'll be later at night. So yeah, it has changed my diet. I can't just eat when or what I want anymore,
right.
Which is a bit of a bummer.
Yeah. I mean, I think with diets, it's like, it's all about really know what your body gets into, right? Sometimes, depending on the day. I mean, I know that a lot of people have been talking about fasting these days. Mm-hmm. Do you feel any difference when you do fasting on your day? Is that any different?
Yeah, totally. Like I said, if your stomach is empty, the medication works better. So on days where well, actually every day, but especially on days where I exercise, I try to exercise right after I've been fasting, because the medication works better that way.
Oh, wow.
I think the other part is that I drink way more water than I used to drink. So before I started taking the medication, on a typical day I might drink 1 liter of water. Now I drink at least 2 to 4 liters of water every day. And that, I think that helps on a number of fronts. It helps get the medication into your body, and it keeps your body regulated, because you have more hydration just works better.
Yeah, yeah. What do you do for your mental health?
Mental health, I exercise. That's the #1 thing. Also meditation, and I read, I play different sports. I still play quite a bit of golf. I had played hockey up until the pandemic, but I haven't gone back to it. Yeah, those are the main things. So keeping physically active. I sit on a few boards and advisory boards, which keeps me engaged. And then I run around to support my daughter in her education, and my wife in her career. So I keep myself busy. That supports the mental health part of it. I think it's really important to keep a positive attitude, but to have a positive attitude, I think it's important to have purpose. Right. So to have a bunch of commitments like that, where you're giving back, I think is really important.
Can you tell us a little bit about your meditation routine?
Meditation. I've tried a couple of different types of meditation. So meditation, I do breathing exercises, mindfulness breathing, which helps calm me down, which I think I do that every day. And then there's also I'm going to butcher his name, John Zabit. he has a hyphenated name. Anyway, I can't remember his name, but so he has an album or some recordings that I bought, that a guided meditation where I meditate. I try to do that once a day.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So, do you take any supplements with your diet, or?
Yeah, I take vitamin D and B12, and I take melatonin before I go to bed at night.
And do you think that helps you with some of the sort of side effects of Parkinson's?
Yeah, the levodopa-carbidopa causes depletion of B12 and vitamin D, and so this is meant to replace it. So I probably take more than I need to. I'm taking the amount that was recommended to me by a neurologist. So, but when I was tested recently, I have off the charts levels of B12 and D, which is probably because I take it as a supplement. So I probably don't need it as much as I'm taking. But then you can't really. I couldn't buy a smaller unit of the supplement. So, yeah. Well, my career. I just can't physically do the commitment, the grind required for the commitment of being a CEO. So I miss that. I miss being able to realistically take on a big commitment like that. I can't. So I can do part-time stuff, but the cycle of a typical Parkinson's day, it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. The medication's working, it's not working. It's starting to work, and then it's working, and so on. It's not conducive to a business schedule, so I miss that. I miss being able to have a normal schedule. I miss being able to eat whenever I feel like it, and eating whatever I want. So I miss the rigidity that is imposed upon me because of this stupid disease. I miss the freedom that I used to have from that.
And I mean, you mentioned that you do work out, right? Mm-hmm. You golf as well.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you do, like cardio related, or you run?
I walk, but I cycle when it's warmer out. I try to do something every day, but the main focus of my exercise is doing the high intensity running every second day. So I have a program where I run for about an hour and 15 minutes. It's a run-walk cycle. So I run for a minute 20 and then walk for a minute 10. And I do that about 30 times, and that adds up to an hour and a quarter. And I do that every second day with the goal of trying to get 150 minutes of elevated heart rate above 80% of maximum per week. So that's the main focus. But that's I have to admit it's pretty demanding because people with Parkinson's tend to have lower energy. Fatigue is a problem, and I have that problem too. So making that demand of yourself, you can be pretty tired afterwards. So I'll often need a nap after I go for a run.
We all do.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just you. Do you notice any difference when you don't work out?
Oh yeah, totally. Actually, interestingly, I recently wasn't able to exercise for 3 weeks. So after a week, I started to notice my symptoms increasing. After 2 weeks, they were significantly advanced. And then when I was able to start exercising again, they almost immediately regressed, so that the symptoms went down. I am normally only affected on one side, So after 2 weeks of not exercising, I was starting to be affected on both sides. I had a tremor on my right side, which went away again after I started to exercise again. So yeah, definitely it has an effect. I think the effect is that your body produces its own dopamine in more abundance if you exercise. And so that's why I do it. So I can take less medication and hopefully slow down the progression.
Right. So when you do exercise, you take less medication?
No, I take the same I don't want to, because as the disease progresses, you need more medication. I don't want the disease to progress.
Right.
So, and the more medication you take, the more side effects you get. So I'm trying to hold all that back with exercise. That's the objective. That's why I consider exercise medication.
Right. How often do you see your neurologist to check?
About once a year.
Once a year.
Yeah.
Is that the requirement? Is that what they
don't require it. I think depending on your neurologist, you could see them more often. Luckily, my condition doesn't change very much, or hasn't, so I really haven't needed more than that. I like my neurologist, but and I see him in other contexts, but I only want to visit his office once a year if I can help it. Because if I'm there more, there's something not going right. I think what a lot of people don't understand is the cycle that we go through in a given day as we try to stick handle our medications, and how we're on, we're off, we're on, we're off, and how if you see a person with Parkinson's in any given moment, you can't generalize about what life is like for them all the time. It could be either a very good moment or a very bad moment. So don't generalize when you meet a person with Parkinson's that you know how they're doing, because to be able to know how a person with Parkinson's is doing, you have to spend time with them, spend a day with them to really see how life is going. So I guess that's what people, I think, if I were to pick one thing, is people need to know that you can't know what it's like for a person with Parkinson's just by a short interaction.
Right. I guess the unpredictability, if I can pronounce that right, it is what I guess is the most concerning.
Unpredictability.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lack of predictability.
Right.
That's right. What fun. What do I do for fun? Try to get out to watch a hockey game, watch sports on television. It's pretty boring. Get out to a movie, visit with family. A lot of the volunteer commitments that I have I consider fun, which is, it's more, I guess, professionally oriented, but I'm on a board for a not-for-profit that promotes tech entrepreneurship. So through that, I see a lot of technology company pitches. So I really enjoy that. That's fun. It's sort of like the Dragon's Den, only in real life. So I find that rewarding and also a lot of fun.
That's great. Well, thank you. Really appreciate it. And check more of This is Parkinson's too. Thank you. Have a good day.